Or the fact that 40% of homeless vets in America are African American or Hispanic. Yeah, you should probably remember that too, because it's quite a few. It's a lot of people of color. It's more so than I would expect. And also, the music has stopped, so give me 1 second. This is not as inspirational without the music. Let's check out the other new one called The Fallen Soldier. And, of course, knowing Dennis Prager, PragerU, I'm going to guess this will probably be a nuanced take and look at basically how the military-industrial complex has a long history being entrenched with both the capitalist system in the United States and how they usually have geopolitics that sometimes might have a financial backing or financial incentive rather than what would actually be good for the populace of another country. The idea of spreading democracy is usually a way of masking up exploiting resources. I'm guessing that, I'm not going to put words in their mouths. We'll see what they have to say, but that could be where we go with this. It'll be interesting though.
I am the fallen soldier, sailor, airman, and marine. Remember me. I am the one that held the line. Sometimes I volunteered. Sometimes I went because I was told to go.
Well, first off, I like that he's already doing the Heisenberg. That's how he started it, right? I am the one who knocks, the one soldier. Here we go. Sometimes I volunteered. Other times it's because of just the economic disparity between the classes and I had no other way to get healthcare, a job, or food on my table. In fact, most of my family was so dirt poor that the military was the only way that we would have full-time jobs and, again, a way to eat, a house over our heads, and not die from getting, a cut on our skin. So that's why I joined the army. Why did you? Huh? What are you about? Because I'm about exploitation.
But when the nation called, I answered. In order to serve, I left behind the family, friends, and freedom that so many take for granted. Over time, I used different weapons: a sword, a musket, a bayonet, a rifle, a machine gun.
Damn.
Often, I marched into battle on foot. Other times, I rode to battle on horseback or in wagons.
How fucking old is this dude? Like, seriously, I know I'm not supposed to take this literally, and this is, really ridiculous of me, but how old is he? Some kind of, time-traveling super soldier? And also, what about the weapons of the future, okay? What about dildos and fleshlights? What about the Space Marines? What about Space Force, all right? Space Force isn't even in the far, far future. We got Space Force right now. Where's that?
Sometimes on trains.
He's Wolverine, that's true.
Later, in tanks or jeeps or Humvees.
Yeah.
In early wars, my ships were made of wood and powered by the wind.
Fuck yeah.
Later, they were made of steel and powered by diesel fuel or the atom. I even took to the air and mastered the sky in planes, helicopters, and jets. The machines of war evolved and changed with the times. But remember that it was always me, the warrior, that had to fight our nation's enemies.
Dang.
I fought at Lexington and Concord as our nation was born. I crossed the Delaware on Christmas Day.
What's the over-under that they're going to go to Vietnam and show dead Cambodian babies? Do you think they're going to do that one? Do you think they're going to show that part in American warfare history? I don't know. Should we put an over-under on this? Are we going to see the dead Cambodian babies? Are they going to be animated? Is it going to be cute little PragerU animations? But let's go see.
1776. In the Civil War, I fought with my brothers and against my brothers at Gettysburg and Shiloh.
It was white-on-white crime. Can you believe it happened? White-on-white PragerU.
And Bull Run. I learned that we must never again divide. In World War I marched on the Marne and held the line at Belleau Wood. The war to end all wars, they called it. I just called it hell. In World War II, I fought everywhere. The beaches of Normandy, the Battle of the Bulge, the hell of Guadalcanal. I stood against tyranny and kept darkness from consuming the world.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I stood against tyranny and kept darkness from consuming the world. That's one narrative. If that's the one you want to say, had nothing to do with furthering your geopolitical goals, nothing to do with the Cold War. We'll skip over all that, all right?
In Korea, I landed at Incheon and broke out of the chosen reservoir. They called it the Forgotten War. but I never forgot. In Vietnam, I
Pretty sure neither have the North Koreans or the South Koreans. I'm pretty sure most of the world hasn't forgotten that either.
fought in the Mekong Delta, at Khe Sanh and Hamburger Hill. Some say my country wavered, but I did not waver. Ever. In the recent past, I have...
Wait, that's it? That's Vietnam in a nutshell? Some say my country wavered, but I did not waver? I hope anyone who's getting their entire, history education from PragerU might look into a second source. There's a little bit more details than that, all right?
fought in Iraq and Afghanistan, in Baghdad, Fallujah, and Ramadi, in Kunar, Helmand, and Kandahar. As technology advanced, I used night vision goggles and global positioning systems and drones and lasers and thermal optics. But it was still me, a human being, that did the work.
Like, there's so much going on here. I don't know whether it's a celebration of American weaponry, which, by the way, those are social programs. Those are money from the taxpayers going towards the funding of the militaries and advancements in technology. That's not the soldier, but yeah, okay, let's finish this.
It was me that patrolled up the mountains or across the desert or through the streets. It was me that suffered in merciless heat and bitter cold. It was me that went out night after night to confront our nation's enemies and confront evil face to face.
I think even Ben Shapiro or Tom Clancy would see this and go, that's a bit much. Like, okay, dial it down. Dial it down a smidge, all right? Come on. This is a big cringe.
It was me. Remember me. I was a warrior. But also remember that I was not only a warrior. Remember also that I was a son, a brother, a father. I was a daughter, a sister, a mother. I was a person, like you, a real person with hopes and dreams for the future. I wanted to have children. I wanted to see my son score a touchdown or shoot the winning basket.
Damn.
I wanted to walk my daughter down the aisle. I wanted to kiss my wife again.
Damn.
When I told her I would be with her until the end, I meant it. When I told my children I would always be there for them, I meant it. But I gave all that away. All of it. On that distant battlefield.
Wait, for what? You gotta say, like, for the flag. I gave it all away. Every bit.
The fear and the fire and the bullets. Or in the sky above enemy territory filled with flak, or on the unforgiving sea where we fought against the enemy and against the depths of the abyss. There, in those awful places, I held the line. I did not waver, and I...
For who? For what? What were you doing all this for? What were you doing this for, my brave soldier? I mean, you named a lot of conflicts. Do you know the reason behind that? Why were you killing people? Why were you slaughtering other people around the world?
I did not hesitate. I, the soldier, sailor, airman, or marine, I stood my ground and sacrificed my life, my future, my hopes, my dreams. I sacrificed everything for you. This Memorial Day, remember me, the fallen warrior. And remember me not for my sake, but for yours. Remember what I sacrificed so you can truly appreciate the incredible treasures you have. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. You have the joys of life, the joys that I gave up so that you can relish in them. A cool wind in the air, the gentle spring grass on your bare feet, the warm summer sun on your face, family, friends, and freedom. Never forget where it all came from. It came from sacrifice, the supreme sacrifice.
The supreme?
Live a life that honors us, the fallen heroes. Remember us and make every day Memorial Day.
Damn, son.
Remember me! Remember me! Remember me!
Wow, yeah, so that was a little bit heavy-handed.
Dennis Prager died so we could walk in the grass.
Everybody, I just want to try fixing this one a little bit. So let me see if I can find some kind of inspirational, royalty-free music. I want you to remember me, the fallen soldier, and all soldiers in the United States, especially those who have served. And maybe we should talk about that a little bit. Can you please remember the fact there's 49,000 homeless veterans in America. 49,000 of us don't have homes. Or the fact that 40% of homeless vets in America are African American or Hispanic. You should probably remember that too, because it's quite a few. It's a lot of people of color. It's more so than I would expect. And also, the music has stopped, so give me 1 second. This is not as inspirational without the music. 50% of the homeless vets are between the ages of 18 and 50, whereas 30% of all veterans between 18 and 50. More than 40% of homeless vets are between the ages of 31 and 50. 1/3 of homeless veterans were stationed in the war zone. 2/3 of homeless veterans served their country for the last 3 years. Poverty, lack of support from groups and networks of standard housing put about 1.4 million veterans for the risk of homelessness. More than 40,000 homeless vets receive compensation or pension benefits, but that's not enough to find affordable housing. It's just not enough. And unfortunately, returning veterans are twice as likely to become chronically homeless than other Americans. Women veterans are 4 times as likely to become homeless as male veterans, and that's, not accounting for the amount of sexual assault they experience in the military, and we don't really have a way of policing that. We've been trying, but we're not doing really good. More than 50% of homeless veterans suffer from disabilities, 2/3 of substance abuse issues. Veteran homelessness affects nearly six years on average compared to 4 years amongst non-veterans, so there's all that. And we also don't really have a good program for dealing with the PTSD and suicide that occurs amongst veterans, because we don't offer a lot of help for mental illness. But I mean, that's just a goddamn American tradition. So this Memorial Day, maybe donate some money towards organizations that help out veterans who are suffering, because holy shit, the fucking government sure as hell ain't gonna do it. I'm a guy impersonating Dennis Prager's impersonation of a soldier. Was that slightly better? Maybe? Did I fix it?
Hey friend, thanks for watching. Before we bombard you with all of our shameless links, we want you to bombard us. Do you have a worker co-op business or local union you'd like us to advertise at the end of our episode for free? So, if you'd like ears on your worker co-op, go down to weareserfs.com. And while you're there, join the Discord, because it's filled with righteous guys, gals, and MPals. Finally, come check us out on Twitch Live 5 days a week by going to twitch.tv/theserfstv. Yeah. To our lords, Ricky Pilgrim, I'm Raft, Tomospone, Nine Tails Cosmic Fox, Hans Josephine, and Corpse Harvester, we bow meekly for your pleasure. To our Knights of the Round Table, Josh Mickelson, Dylan Byte, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, Clement Chetskov, Cooper Pilot, aka the Man with Large Balls, Political Puppy, Nick Davis, Ali May, and Alan R., we salute you. And to our many merchants and farmers, you have our undying loyalty.